welcome to Business Studies class, and we are discussing about controlling. In the last session we have seen what is controlling and what are the importance of controlling. Why in a particular organization the process of controlling is very necessary. And also we have seen there are some of the limitations of controlling. We know that we can in limitation we have seen that we know that we can control only some of the internal factors which are related to particular organization, but in what happens outside the organization, there are variety of external factors, so that we cannot control. And also we have seen we can set a standard. Before controlling we need to set particular standard. Based on that standard we are controlling any of the process, but that setting of standard is possible only in case of quantitative terms, but in case of qualitative terms it is not possible. For example, now the production, by the end of this month production should be 1500 units. We can set the quantity, some particular number we can set, but this person's relationship with his customers, it has to be improved. How we can set? We cannot set their quantitative standards. So these are some of the limitations and also importance of controlling. And also there is a relationship between the process of planning and the controlling. Without planning there will not be any kind of controlling, because in the process of planning we set the standard there, or we set some of the objectives or plan. That plan, we based on that plan we go through the process of controlling. In order to control we need to have some of the standards. Through that we can verify whether we are controlling our organization or not. So there is a relationship between controlling and planning process. If there is no planning, and there will not be any kind of the process of controlling. Now in today's session we discuss about the process of controlling. What are the different process of controlling? We know that it starts with setting a standard and it ends with after performance we need to check their performance. So what are the different process, how we control a particular organization? So in that first one comes setting performance standards. So as I said, firstly in the initial stage we need to set the standard, and it may be quantitative standards or it may be qualitative standards. Qualitative standards are those standards which we cannot set in terms of numbers. So, but we need to set the standards. The quantitative standards which I said, for example, it might be the standards for the sales unit, or it might be the standards for the production unit, or it might be the standards for the HR department. See, now there are different kinds of standards we can set for different kinds of departments. Now here standards are used in case of production. Now if we decide about the production department, what kind of standards we can set? We can set the standards for quality. We can set the standards for quality. What product we produce, it has to possess this amount of quality. This is the quality. It should be the first grade product, or it should be the second grade product. So there are different grades are there with respect to quality. So based on the quality, for quality also we can set the standard. Our product to reach this amount of quality. That is, in case of production department we can set standards for quality of the product what we produce, and also quantity of this first one is quantity. The quantity of the product what we produce. For example, as I said, by the end of this month we need to produce the 500 units of product. That is a standard which we set for the quantity of product what we produce. Then as usual what I said, that is a quality. The quality of the product. We have variety of the quality checking or verification. Through that we compare whether our product it reached to the particular quality standards or not. So we need to set some of the standards for the quality of the product what we produce. Then cost. Cost means what is our budget. We set the cost. This is the cost for the production in this particular month. We need to produce whatever articles we need to produce in the end of this month. It has to be within this particular amount of cost. It might be the amount we can keep it for, it might be the 15 lakhs or 25 lakhs or 50 lakhs. Our budget or our standards which we set for the production production of product for this month is 50 lakhs. Within that, our production process should get over. So that is the standard which we set in case of cost of the production. Then job performance. Job performance of the individual employees' job performance, that we can call it as the performance analysis or the performance of each and individual in that particular plant. Maybe this particular person, what is the units he produced in this month, or we need to fix, you have to produce the 50 units of product by the end of this month. Another person, we set the target, you have to produce the 1000 units of product by the end of this month. Based on their work and based on their efficiency, we set standards or the target for different employees, that is job performance. For their performance, we set the standards. So these are the standards which we set in the production department. Then if we come to marketing department, what kind of standards we can set? The sales volume. By the end of this year, by the end of this month, this is the 1000 units of product we have to sell. We have to sell the 1000 units of product. That is the sales volume what we have said. The sales expenses. See, when we speak about the sales expenses, what is the sales expenses? There are different kinds of sales expenses will include. Sales expenses we can say it as advertisement also, or else what kind of publicity we provide them, and what and all in order to sell that particular product. It might be we need to get the license from some other department, we spend, and we need to prepare some of the documents and we spend. So those everything comes under sales expenses. For that sales expenses also we need to fix the target. Our sales expenses should not cross the limit of 5 lakh. 5 lakh the amount is for sales expenses, it should not cross. That is the target set for sales expenses. Then for advertising expenditures, salesperson performance. What is the salesperson performance? We may see when there will be many people will be coming to our home by selling some of the products, and they will speak that we have target and please purchase some of the materials they will get. Most of the times household materials they will be getting into our doors. So those people, those who will go for door delivery, means the salesmen, those who will come to our home. Many of the people will be coming because they will be given particular target. You have to sell this many of amount of goods, or this units of goods you have to sell. This is the target. If you sell this, you will get bonus or something, some other incentives, or you will be permanent employee in that particular organization. So some of the target will be given to those people. This we might have come across. There will be many of the salesmen will come to our house selling some of the products. Then HR department, what is the target? Labor relationship. HR department, they will set the target that we need to maintain by the end of this month. There will be our labor relationship should be very well. We need to maintain better labor relationship. Labor turnover should be reduced. It is 5% now in our particular organization. Monthly, the 5% or 2% employees they are turnovering their job. They are leaving this existing job and they are going to some other job. So that we have to reduce. It has to come down to 5% to 2%. And absenteeism also we have to reduce. Monthly these many employees will be absent. That we have to reduce. That is the target which HR department will set for themselves. What we need to control. They need to control these things. So they will set standards. We need to reduce. Finance and accounting department. What kind of standards they set? The capital expenditure, inventories, flow of capital, liquidity. They have to maintain better liquidity and flow of capital expenditure. What is the capital expenditure? What they invested. What they have to invest now. For further whatever project is there, what they have to invest. It should not cross this particular amount. So that is the target which is set by the finance and accounting department. So this is the first step, the setting of performance standards. Which kind of standards will set for different departments? So there will be a different department: production, marketing, HR, finance and accounting. So each department will set these kinds of different standards. These are some of the examples for your reference. standards which they want to reach in the future. And as I said, the standards must may be quantitative standards or qualitative standards. As I said here, production, they can keep quantitative standards. We need to reach the 1500 units we need to produce by the end of this month. That is a quantitative. The qualitative standards, if you see here, the HR, the labor relations we need to improve. Now, for example, now there will be the people, those who will attending the customers in the reception, they may be. We will be set one target. This person has to, for one customer, that his labor relationship or his relationship with the customer, those who will visit, it should be developed or it should be improved. How we can analyze what kind of, we cannot set the particular person's relationship or the customer, how he behave with the customers, or his relationship, how he deals with the customers. That has to be improved. We cannot check it with any of the quantitative standards, but sometimes we can see how many times, what is the time he will take for each customers. If we make it fast, yes, he improved. If we take some more time, yes, we can say that he has to be improved. Now, for that there is something to improve with this particular person. So this kind of things, the labor relationship, how we maintain relationship with other people, we cannot set any kind of quantitative standards. That we can observe people and we can make out that whether yes, this person, his relationship with other people or his behavior has gone up or come down. So in this case we can set quantitative standards. So this is about the first one, how we set the standards. Then second one, measurement of actual performance. What is that measurement of actual performance? Measurement of actual performance means what employees are performing, that we are checking their measurement of actual performance. Usually see, we can check their performance once after the completion of task, then we can get a clear result. But sometimes what happens, we can check the performance while performing. While performing also we can measure the performance of the employees, and after performing particular task also we can measure the performance of employees. Now for example, we bought some of the materials in order to produce something. Now that materials has to be checked before production process undertakes. What happens after producing the product? If we check, we can make out that quality is not good, but it will be a huge loss. But when we get that material itself, if we go and check whether this quality is good or not, it would be better than when we check after the production of particular product. After production means we incur the huge, it will cost a bit more because we need to machinery and equipment we use, and the labor, what and all expenses we put on particular labor, so everything will go waste. So when we get material, as soon as receiving material, if we check the quality, it is very well, we can return that material and we can buy some better quality material. But what happens after performing something, if we check, it will result a huge loss or some extra cost may incur over there. So in the same way, so there will be two ways are checking the performance of the employees. One thing is, as I said, when performance is going on, we are checking the performance of the particular employees or the production process of the particular product. Or else sometimes after performing something, we analyze the performance with the standards, what this particular employee has performed or not. Now, next one, comparison of actual performance with standards. Now, in this stage, we will get to know whether we reached our standards or we did not reach our standards. If we reach our standards, yes, it is very good. If we did not reach our standards, we need to put some of the measures there. So here, comparison of actual performance with standards. That is, see here we have set the standards, and then after setting these different kinds of standards, we move towards the performance of particular task. So when we move towards the performance of particular task, definitely we will get to know whether we reach the target or not. So what we do in this particular stage, we compare the standards what we set and actually what we performed. So there we can measure what kind of deviations. Deviation means what kind of difference. For example, if I compare this process with your exam marks. For example, before writing exam, you will set a target that you should score there 90. You should score above 90. Now, you will measurement of actual performance. You write the exam. You prepare and you will write the exam. Now, comparison of actual performance with standard. After receiving your paper, if you scored there 86, your standard was 90. You scored there 86. That was a negative deviation. So there is a deviation difference. What standard you set that you wanted to score 90, but you scored there 86%. So there is a difference. So when we will get to know that differences when we compare the actual performance with the standard what we set. After this comes after performing the particular task. We need to produce 1500 units of product. We produced. Now we need to check whether what standard we set, what we produced here. So that is about the third step, comparison of actual performance, what we performed. After performing, we are checking it with the standards what we set. Then next comes analyzing deviations. As I said, when we check the performance, we can find the differences. If there is differences, we can find the differences. That differences we call it as deviations. That differences we call it as deviations means if we did not reach our target. So we are analyzing deviations. We have that two stages. By that two stage, using these two stages, we analyze the differences. The first one, critical point control and management by expectation. What is that critical point control? Critical point control is that factor we need to control that some of the factor which is very necessary for that particular organization. It is very critical. If we do not control that factor, we may incur huge loss. Such kind of things we call it as critical point. That critical point we need to control. For example, now there is a increase of the 5% increase in the labor cost. 5% increase in the labor cost. What happens? If labor cost increases means we know how many employees are there in the particular organization. There are many employees in the organization. If their cost increased, if it is going up, 5% increase means it will be a huge amount for that particular organization. Rather there will be a increase. For example, 2% increase in the postage and telegram. It doesn't give much. It doesn't provide much expenses, or it is a very minute thing. Post and telegram cost, compare it with the labor cost. So which is the critical? Post and telegram cost is critical, or labor cost, increase in the labor cost is critical. Increase in the labor cost is more critical than the post and telegram. So in this stage they are saying this particular, the critical point control means here they are trying to control that which is the critical point. For example, which I have taken, the labor cost is increasing. That they have to control, not about post and telegram, because it is not so critical point for that particular organization. Now one more example, the quality of the product is going down. It is a very critical point for that particular organization, which is very crucial point, which is very important, that they have to control. That we call it as a critical point control. Critical point means which is very important or very crucial for that organization. So that is the first one, critical point control. Management by expectation. Management by expectation means, as I said in the first step, I have taken the labor cost is increased 5%. 5% of labor cost is increased. We need to be worried, or we need to control if labor cost is go beyond certain amount. For example, we will set our mind, we will be having that labor cost will be increasing. Year by year labor cost will be increasing, and we think that 2% increase, or for example 3% increase in the labor cost is acceptable for our organization. Up to 3%, no need to bother, we can provide it if it increase also. But there will be some of the expectation means we can tolerate till this point. and if it cross beyond that, we need to control. So there will be some point for that particular organization. For example, as I said, the labor cost, if it increase up to 3%, okay, no need to concentrate much on that. If it cross beyond 3%, labor cost increased up to 4%, we need to concentrate. We need to concentrate because our limit was up to 3%. So in this stage, which will cross our expectation, which will cross our limit what we set, till what we can tolerate or till what we can provide. More than that, beyond that what goes, that we have to control. So there are two factors analyzing deviation what we need to control. One is a very critical point we need to control, which is very crucial. One more thing, which crosses our limit beyond our expectation, that we have to control. And analyzing deviations means there are three kinds of deviation. It may be negative deviation, it may be positive deviation, or there will not be any deviation. For example, as I said, a particular student, he set his target that I will score within 95. My maths marks will be 90 to 95. Now, he scored there 86. His expectation was he will score within 90 to 95. This is a negative deviation. There is difference, but it is negative. For example, other than 8, he scored there 98. It is a positive deviation. Then one more thing, he scored there 94. No deviation. What he expected, he got within 90 to 95. So there are three kinds of deviations. If it is positive deviation, it is well and good. We need to continue with having that deviations. And if it is negative deviation, we need to think there. What we need to think? We need to think of taking some corrective action. Next step, taking some corrective actions means where we went wrong, why we did not reach our expectation, what and all necessary actions to be taken in the future. So there are some of the examples, what kind of deviations you can get in case of organization and what kind of actions you can take. Now, causes of deviations, defective materials, whatever materials you have got, it is defective. What you have to do there? Corrective action. Change the quality specification for the material used. Change the quality specification for the material used. Now our quality specification should be changed. We will set standards for quality. Now our product has to be reached. This is the quality specification. That quality specification only we need to change if our materials are of poor quality. If our materials are of poor quality. Defective materials, defective machinery. Defective machinery. Defective our machineries are defective, then what we need to do? We need to repair existing machinery. If that repair work is, if it is not possible to repair that machinery, then replace it with the new one. If our machinery is defective, either we have to repair or if it is not possible, we have to replace it with the new one. Absolute machinery. Absolute machinery means it is not advanced machinery which we are using. It is it's an absolute one, which is of the ancient times or which we are using from long back. Undertake technology upgradation of machinery. We need to use or we need to update our technology. We need to update our technology. Defective process. What process we are doing in order the producing of particular product that is defective. Modify the existing process. We need to modify with the new process. Modify the existing process. Means we can use their new materials. We can use their new machinery or equipment. So that is the new process. Or last one, defective physical condition of the work. The working place where they are working or the factory or the plant is not proper. Improve the physical conditions of the work. We need to provide the better quality of work environment. Work environment, the workers, those who are working, it should be a better one. So this is about the process of the controlling. Now we completed, in case of controlling, we completed with the importance and we have seen their limitations and we have also seen their process. The process of controlling is very important in case of 8 mark. The first one, we need to set the different kinds of standards for different departments and we need to measure the performance, what they are performing, how they are performing, and then we need to compare with the standards what we said. Then comes their analyzing deviations, whether it is positive, negative, or there is no deviation. If it is negative, we need to take some of the corrective actions, and deviations are analyzed using these two techniques. So this is about controlling process, and in the next class we will see some of the controlling techniques.